the life you're living is truly yours. Society has sold us a fragmented narrative, a story designed to keep us compliant, tamed, and molded into something that fits their expectations. They promised us that youth was our prime, that after 30 the decline begins, and that nothing worthwhile comes after 40. But what if I told you that the real journey starts when you decide to shatter that myth? For decades, we've been fed a script. From childhood, we were told, be young, be lively, be ambitious. Every achievement, every accolade, and every choice was wrapped in the disguise of what others expected us to be. We lined up for education, for careers, for relationships, all markers of what society deemed a successful life. Yet beneath the polished surface, a subtle truth was hiding. We were merely rehearsing, not truly living. Think about it. What if the first 40 years of your existence were just an elaborate rehearsal? A long, painstaking buildup of experiences and roles that aren't authentically yours, but rather reflections of a borrowed identity. It's as if we've been actors on a stage, meticulously performing for an audience that applauds conformity rather than genuine passion. Then one day, as the calendar ticks over into your 40s, something shifts. It starts as a quiet, almost imperceptible crack in the facade, a subtle fracture in the mask you've worn so long. Suddenly, what once provided comfort begins to feel like a constraint. The successes, the recognition, even the security, they all begin to taste bittersweet. You ask yourself, who am I when the applause dies? When no one's watching? And just like that, the carefully constructed illusion begins to crumble. In that moment of inner dissonance, you're confronted by a staggering truth. Every achievement, every accolade, every piece of advice you blindly followed was not the manifestation of your essence. And that realization is both terrifying and liberating. This is not the beginning of an ending. It's the dawn of a revolution, a profound rebirth that few dare to acknowledge. Carl Jung spoke of individuation, a process of transcending the mask imposed by society and discovering your true self. And here lies the paradox. It's in the moment you feel the deepest emptiness, the piercing void of disillusionment, that you're actually standing on the threshold of true freedom. No longer is life defined by what the world expects. Instead, it becomes about the discovery of what truly sets your soul on fire. That moment, the moment when you realize that the roles of child, student, professional, parent, or spouse were merely disguises, marks the turning point. It's a crossroad where you choose. Continue as the character scripted by society, or dare to be yourself. Imagine shedding the layers of expectations, peeling away every mask until you stand bare before your own reflection. It's a daunting prospect. The emptiness that greets you is not one of despair, but of ultimate possibility. In that vast silence, free from the noise of external approval, you begin to perceive the world anew, and more importantly, you begin to perceive yourself for the first time. But here's where the road gets really rugged. Once you tear off the masks and step into authenticity, you encounter a truth that shakes you to your core. The journey to discover your genuine self is solitary. No mentor, no book, no fleeting internet article can provide the answers. This is a quest you must embark on yourself, a journey filled with uncertainty, missteps, and moments of overwhelming fear. When you stop conforming, the very ground beneath you shifts. Relationships that once felt secure suddenly seem hollow. Conversations that used to matter become echoes of a distant past. Suddenly, Those around you who haven't dared to question the status quo might look on with confusion or even disdain, and that can be isolating. There's a raw, almost primal fear in confronting the silence that follows the fall of your old self. The external validation, the routine, the familiar scenery all vanish, leaving behind an unsettling void. It's like stepping off a well-worn path into uncharted territory. And in that void, every unanswered question screams, "Who am I when I'm truly alone?" But here's the undeniable truth. Within that void lies the seed of your true potential. The emptiness isn't the end. It's the blank canvas upon which you will paint your most authentic masterpiece. The old you had roles written for you. Now the pen is in your hand, and the opportunity to rewrite the narrative is as vast as your imagination. This is where the real work begins. Authentic transformation is not instantaneous. It is a painful, deliberate process, a dismantling of every false layer, every expectation, every lie that has defined your existence. And yes, it hurts. It hurts to let go of the old self that provided a semblance of security, even if that security was nothing more than an illusion. However, as you continue to strip away what you are not, you move closer to the core of your being. With every mask you remove, every layer you peel back, you edge nearer to a truth that is entirely yours. And then something profound happens. What once was fear metamorphoses into a deep, soul-stirring freedom. It is in this state of vulnerability that you reclaim control of your life. You begin to realize that success isn't measured by the conventional metrics of society, titles, money, status, but by the fulfillment of living in accordance with your deepest values. As you gradually begin to live by your own rules, the anxiety of fitting into a predetermined mold ebbs away, replaced by an inner calm that is both rare and priceless. This newfound freedom, however, is a double-edged sword. With liberation comes the realization that you are forever changed, and that the journey of becoming who you are is unending. Each milestone, each new revelation, births fresh challenges and demands new layers to be shed. It's a continuous cycle of death and rebirth. There is no final destination. Rather, the process itself becomes your life's work. To those on this journey, the question remains, how much of your current life is truly yours? How much of what you do every single day reflects your genuine spirit? And how much is just an echo of someone else's design? The moment you ask yourself these questions is the moment you begin to reclaim the narrative of your existence. Imagine for a moment, standing at the crossroads of your life, with one path leading you back into the comfortable but confining embrace of societal expectations. The other path, it's wild, uncharted, and unapologetically you. Which path would you choose? Many remain in the half-light of awareness, too afraid to step into the glare of authenticity. They cling to the familiar, even if it's built on lies, because the fear of the unknown is paralyzing. But if you've ever felt that stirring deep within, if you've ever had an inkling that there's more to life than wearing a mask, know this: that is the call of your soul. Embrace it. Let that fear fuel you, not hold you back. Because on the other side of that fear is the life you were always meant to live. A life where every decision is an expression of your truest self. When you finally cast aside the need for external approval, you'll step into a world of boundless possibilities, where every moment is an opportunity to create, to learn, and to be unconditionally free. Now here's the crux of the matter. No one can grant you the permission to awaken. No one can do the inner work for you. The time for excuses is over. The only person who can light the fire of transformation within you is you. You must dare to let go of the comfortable illusions of your past and take that first brave step into the unknown. This journey is not for those seeking a tidy, neat ending. It's for the warriors who understand that the pursuit of authenticity is a lifelong battle, a glorious, messy fight against every expectation that has ever been imposed on you. And while the terrain may be daunting, the reward is nothing short of revolutionary. As you navigate this path, remember, the moment you decide to live for yourself, you initiate a process that is utterly irreversible. Once you awaken, there's no going back to the old life. You cannot reassemble the shattered fragments of a borrowed identity and pretend they were ever truly yours. Instead, you forge a new identity, one that speaks the language of your heart, one that defies the confines of societal norms. It is here that you finally understand that life isn't about accumulating accolades or collecting approvals. It's about the constant evolution of becoming who you really are. So I ask you, are you ready to break free from the chains of expectation? Are you prepared to question every part of your existence and rebuild your life from the ground up? The path is treacherous, yes, and the emptiness may feel overwhelming at times. But within that emptiness lies the birthplace of your most authentic self. If you've ever felt that there's more to life than just following the well-trodden path, then know that your moment is now. Stop waiting for a sign. Stop searching for permission. The perfect moment is an illusion. The only moment that matters is the one you decide to act. I challenge you. Leave behind everything that isn't you. Embrace the discomfort, the uncertainty, and the profound potential that lies in turning inward. This is not an invitation to merely exist. It's a call to truly live. Let go of the roles cast upon you by society and step into the revolution of your own becoming. Remember, your journey to true freedom is endless and unapologetic. The old you, shaped by the expectations of others, is no longer viable. The new you is waiting on the other side of fear, ready to reclaim your identity with every breath and every choice you make. Now, as you close this video and reflect on these words, ask yourself, how much of my life is truly mine? And if you believe deep down that true awakening has begun, I invite you to show your commitment in the comments with these words. Awakening is irreversible. Subscribe for more insights, because this conversation is just the beginning. Your journey into authenticity has already started. Now continue stepping into the light of your own truth, unburdened and unapologetically you. Your life is not a fixed script. It's a blank page waiting for your story. What will you write? The choice is yours. See you in the next video. Take a deep breath, embrace the silence, and let your truth roar.